And we have a very, very important update concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court case that happened in Abuja today, this morning. And here, of course, you already know in Noble Media, we have kept following today's case. We've been giving you updates of what has been happening in Abuja. So let's now give you the latest information as the federal government and Tinubu have started panicking. This is exactly what happened in Abuja today. Of course, you know, in Noble Media, we don't accommodate injustice. We say the truth. And here is what went down in Abuja in the court this morning. I think you need to know it. If you have not subscribed, please click on subscribe now. Kanu's threat, this is what Nigerian government said. The lawyers representing Tinubu and Nigerian government, they said, Kanu's threat to break up Nigeria, not mere boasting. Federal government insists in court. They are saying that Nnamdi Kanu said that he will break up Nigeria, that it is not a boast, that he meant it, that Kanu has a capacity to break up this nation. This is what Tinubu's lawyer, Nigerian lawyer representing Nigeria, said today in the court. The federal government has insisted that the alleged threat by the leader of the outlawed, of course, they were in a hurry under Buhari's government to outlaw IPOB, they designate it as a terrorist group. Why herdsmen are moving about killing people, why the Boko Haram people are killing people, why even the politicians are orchestrating the death, hunger, unemployment of citizens of Nigeria, yet they see IPOB as the problem. Okay? Indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, to break up the country and establish a Republic of Biafra was not an empty threat. They are saying that they are afraid of Nnamdi Kanu, that Nnamdi Kanu doesn't make empty threats, that when he says it, he means it. When he says it, he has the capacity to break up Nigeria. The federal government has insisted that the alleged threat by the leader of the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra to break up the country and establish a Republic of Biafra was not an empty threat. The government told the Federal High Court in Abuja that the embattled IPOB leader made a broadcast on Radio Biafra station where he publicly declared his intention to break up Nigeria. One good thing about Kanu's case is that nobody is confused about what Nnamdi Kanu wants. He wants the freedom of his people. And that is why his people stood behind him. If you notice what has been happening in his case, if you have followed what happened in Abuja today, as we have been giving you the updates of what went down in the courts, Federal High Court in Abuja today, you will see that his people, Nnamdi Kanu's people, are solidly behind him. No matter how long this matter has lasted in the High Court, in the Appeal Court, no matter how long he has been in the DSS custody, his people, the people Nnamdi Kanu has been representing, has remained resolute. Both those in Nigeria and those in diaspora, they have remained resolute behind Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB leader. That is why, if you are one of those that wants Nnamdi Kanu to be free, please come under the comment of this video and type "Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu" or "I stand with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu." Come under the comment of this video to type "I stand with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu" or you can type "Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu" now. The government told the Fed, okay, we must now move on. Responding to a no-case application made by Kanu on Friday, today in the High Court, after the federal government closed their case against Nnamdi Kanu, today, Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers and through Nnamdi Kanu said, tendered a no-case application, meaning that the Nigerian state, the Nigerian government, the Tinubu and co, Buhari and co, has no case whatsoever against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But they don't even have any right to hold him in Nigeria. He should be returned to Kenya so that he can continue his journey. Responding to a no-case appeal made by Kanu on Friday, counsel to the federal government chief Adeboyega Amowolo, SAN, said the broadcast by Kanu caused Nigerians to live in great fear. Why we have Fulani? Okay, what if Kanu's broadcast made Nigeria to be in fear? What are the Fulani herdsmen doing? Are Nigerians rejoicing? What are the Boko Haram killers? Even the politicians, the current political leaders, what are they doing? Are Nigerians happy when they see Tinubu and co? He told Justice James Omotosho to reject Kanu's claim that he had no case to answer in the 7-count terrorism charges brought against him by the federal government. Amolo argued that boasting to break up Nigeria is a fundamental security issue to the nation as such should not be considered as empty threat as claimed by Kanu. We move on. This is what went down today. Counsel to the federal government also informed the court that Kanu in the broadcast directed his followers to kill policemen along with their families, adding that over 170 security agents were killed shortly after the broadcast. Of course, they keep making allegations upon allegations. If you want Nnamdi Kanu to be free, come under the comment of this video and type "Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu." You can also type "I stand with Nnamdi Kanu." I stand with Nnamdi Kanu if you want him to be free. If you don't want him to be free, also tell us in this under this comment. Of course, you already know that here in mobile media, we say the truth no matter who is affected, whether the person is in Kenya, in UK, in US, in Nigeria, in West Africa, any part of the world. Once we perceive injustice, we in noble media will beam our searchlight on that person until justice is served. That is why we are followed on this Nnamdi Kanu's case. The defendant has made a broadcast. He proudly declared himself as an IPOB leader, even when he knew that IPOB had been proscribed. He made a broadcast that the world will come to stand still. Of course, if you notice what has been happening, anytime Kanu speaks, the world listens. Both world leaders, both UN, anywhere Kanu makes a statement, everyone pays attention. The law of Nigeria prohibits words capable of making Nigerians live in perpetual fears, threatening to bring down Nigeria. Nigeria is already going down on its own. A nation where hundreds of millions of youths are without employment, a nation where fuel that is gotten from their own soil is already close to 1,000 naira. A nation where exchange rates naira to dollar is almost 1,005 to $1. I think in Nigeria, a nation where the electoral system is not obeyed, court judgments are not adhered to. The laws of Nigeria prohibit, the aim is to create Biafra and not a mere boasting, and there are consequences of such boasting, the lawyer argued. Now, we must move on. If you have not typed "Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu" or "I stand with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu," please ensure you come under the comment of this video and do so. Amolo pleaded with the judge to reject the no-case judgment by Kanu, but ordered him to enter his defense in the charges against him, adding that the no-case application was misplaced and misconceived. However, Kanu, through his lead counsel, Chief Kanu Agabi, SAN, that is Senior Advocate of Nigeria, had faulted the prosecution of his client in the charges and asked the court to discharge and acquit him. Don't forget that several years ago, that a federal high court had already discharged and acquitted Kanu, just that the stubborn Nigerian government had refused to obey their own court. Among others, Agabi said that throughout the proceeding, no single witness was called to tell the court how he was incited by Kanu to take to violence. He also informed the court that the 5 witnesses called during the trial, who are operatives of the Department of State Security, that is DSS, admitted that their roles were limited to obtaining statements from Kanu. We must now move on. Agabi, that is the lawyer for Kanu, argued that no investigation whatsoever was carried out on Kanu's statement and no report of any investigation on terrorism allegation was made available to the court. The senior lawyer drew the attention of the court to the fact that the charges against Kanu were amended 8 times without anyone testifying that he was instigated to violence. Nigeria government keeps amending the case so that they will prolong the stay of Nnamdi Kanu. They have not had any concrete issue to present. They will keep amending and amending and amending. insisting that Kanu was only asking people to defend themselves from the wanton killings. Agabi argued that the threat to bring the world down by Kanu was a mere boast and should not be used against him to justify terrorism offenses. If somebody is saying protect yourself against killers, against terrorists, against herdsmen that have been killing, raping, kidnapping our people, and Nigerian government is saying that he's a terrorist. He said that asking Nigerians to defend themselves was a constitutional right, which had been re-echoed by other Nigerians, including General T.U. Danjuma, retired. All of us knew when Danjuma made this pronouncement. Now we must move on. Agabi, who is the lawyer for Nnamdi Kanu, also faulted the alleged solitary confinement of Kanu in the last 10 years, describing it as violation of international law that stated that the solitary confinement must not last more than 15 days. We often wonder why Nigerian government has not agreed to obey to simple international law. The laws that they make, the laws that are binding on other nations, Nigeria has flagrantly disobeyed these laws, especially when it comes to Nnamdi Kanu's case. Insisting that ingredients of terrorism charges were not established throughout the trial, Agabi pleaded with the judge to hold that no prima facie was made against Kanu to warrant ordering him to enter defense in the charges. Justice Omotosho, after taking arguments for and against the no case application, fixed October 10 for the ruling. Right now, we had expected that Mr. Kanu will be free today, but we will see. Look at the judge has shifted the case to the 10th of October. Can you imagine? From July, Kanu will still be in detention July, August, September, and October. These are the delay tactics that the Nigerian lawyers, but we must remain resolute. There must be no fear. We must not give up. As the the IPOB family has remained resolute throughout these 5 years, this is the time to even remain more committed. This is the time for you to keep doing your own part. I've kept saying that even though you are not there with Kanu in detention, you can keep talking to people. If you are on radio, keep talking. If you are on TV, keep talking about it on TV. Keep saying the things you can say. One day, freedom will be gained, because truth cannot be jailed, truth cannot be caged. Truth will one day find a way to be free. So don't panic, don't give up. Come under the comment of this video and type "Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu" or "I stand with Nnamdi Kanu." Remember to also come under this video and share this video. Click on share this video, click on like. This is the right time for you to click on like this video. And if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, this is the right time for you to click on subscribe right now. There is an important video on the screen I'm leaving for you, very crucial. I recommend it for you. Just click on it and watch now.